an F, so. And here he's going against Gordon Hudson, a junior also, with a 29-3 record. They're just getting underway on mat number 5.
On the Montrose mat. So they are underway, and here's Hudson immediately in on a shot. As Gerken sitting down on a hip, Gerken trying to get his legs back out from under. He's able to get sprawled away, pressuring away on that head. Latched onto a front headlock. And they'll slip out of bounds. Hey, that's not fair. A Montrose wrestler on the Montrose mat. That's a home match for him right now. I didn't notice that before, but yeah, it's a Montrose Indian on a Montrose Indian mat.
Probably the first Montrose wrestler to wrestle on that mat.
They continue to hand fight, looking for some control. There's a long reach for a single leg, and he latched onto it. Hudson picks up that single leg. He's got Gerken down on his hips. Gerken trying to block him off. He gives up and gets taken down. They work near the far edge of the mat, and they'll go out of bounds. And just the way the mats are set up, we have mats pointed in all different directions here. This mat happens to run the length of the arena. Gerken gets rolled through and flopped onto his back briefly. There was at least a 1 count, but it doesn't look like he's going to give up any back points.
Just a little cheap tilt by the Montrose wrestler, and just about caught Gerken with near fall points.
Gerken trying to hit his switch, but can't get his right wrist free. Now he's back into his base position. Gerken down 2-zip here in the first period. Clock moving down quickly. We're down to 18 seconds left here in the first period, and they go out of bounds. Well, let's see if Gerken can get a little last second action here. I think we had a nose plug in for Hudson, the Montrose wrestler. He went and threw it out, and the official checked to make sure he wasn't bleeding.
Get a caution before the start on the Montrose wrestler. Didn't have his hand around the waist correctly.
Quick switch off the whistle. Gerken was halfway there, just couldn't come all the way around. Hudson will follow him down, try and tilt him through again, but he rolls all the way through to his stomach. First period comes to a close, so Jacob Gerken trails 2-zip at the end of 1. And big, of course every match is big at the state tournament, but starting off with that opening round win puts you a whole lot closer to a medal than having to work all the way through that consolation side of the bracket.
A lot of matches to go through to even get into the medal round. I think you have to win 3 if you lose the first match to even get a medal.
Gerken going to ride here in the second period. Working out on the right side. Looks like he's trying to put in power half Nelson around the left side, but Hudson turned back into him. Got a hold of a single leg on Jacob Gerken. Gerken fighting to maintain control here. He sprawled out over the top of Hudson. Hudson latched onto a single leg, trying to pull it in. Best Gerken can hope for is maybe a stalemate here, but now Hudson switching it off to a double leg, and a nice sprawl by Gerken. Pressuring away on the head with that front 3/4 Nelson. Trying to spin around. He cranks around the other side, trying to maintain control. Latches onto an ankle. I think, at least from this point, he is going to stay in control. They're near the edge of the mat, and they go off. What's the official going to call right on the edge?
He had whistled quite a while ago, Jeremy. The Montrose wrestler didn't hear it. The Montrose wrestler will be on the bottom.
Now Gerken is able to continue the ride then. He trails 2-zip. We've got 1:02 to go in the second period. Ford Morgan's Jacob Gerken. Hudson up onto his feet, but Gerken picks up an ankle, takes him back down, and drives him down flat onto his stomach. Gerken continues to ride almost directly behind, trying to latch onto a wrist, and they're going to go out of bounds again.
Got a caution warning on Gerken.
I say they were near the edge of the mat, but that was not a...
I thought Gerken was working pretty hard out there, and the Montrose wrestler was balled up on the bottom.
Sit out and a turn back in by the Montrose wrestler, and Gerken just flattens him back down onto his stomach. Gerken working for some wrist control here, trying to get a hold of an arm. Working on that right arm, trying to get it picked up and put in the back pocket. And Hudson is not going to give it to him. Trying to get a bar going, but he's got 10 seconds to go in the second period here. Gerken has ridden the whole period. Riding up pretty high towards the end of the period, trying to walk over the head, but the period comes to a close. So Gerken gets his choice. He's going to work from the bottom. He's down 2-0. Got to score some points to win this match. It's a switch, trying to work to the left side, and then gets his trailing wrist caught and stuck. Hudson, 2-on-1 wrist grip, both his wrists working on the left wrist of Gerken. Gerken just trying to drive back into him, and he's off to the side. He's going to get a 2-point reversal. Nothing fancy there. He just pressured right back into him, and they go out of bounds. And we're tied 2-2. Gerken's going to signal he's going to give up the free escape. He rode for 2 minutes, but couldn't put Hudson on his back, so now he trails 3-2. But a takedown would give him the lead. Minute 25 left here in the match. Jacob Gerken trails 3-2. Gerken latched onto a front headlock, both wrestlers on their knees. And Hudson briefly had a hold of a leg, but now Jacob Gerken just sprawled and staying away. Both wrestlers still on their knees. And here's Gerken slipping out to the side. Thought he was going to be able to come around the corner and get the takedown, but still working it. And we'll get a stalemate call from there. Hudson was kind of in a fireman's carry position, and that prevented Gerken from getting around him. Jacob Gerken trails 3-2. Time winding down, 44 seconds left in the match. They split apart. Gerken needs the takedown for the win here. Here's the shot by Hudson. He's got a single leg, and Gerken's in trouble. He's going to get taken down. So Gerken now trails 6-3. He's got 26 seconds left in the match. Trying to make it his way up onto his feet. Tripod's up. Trying to get turned back in. Onto his feet, trying to break that wrist grip. He's going to slip out of bounds. Jacob Gerken trails 5-2. So here's the big Granby roll by Gerken off the whistle, but it's followed pretty well. Gerken running out of time, trying to hit his switch. He's down again 5-2. He's going to get his reversal, but he's down 5-4. And he's going to have to put his opponent on his back, but he's not going to have time. That is going to be the end of the match. Gerken is going to lose a tough one. 5-4 will be the final score. Jacob Gerken will drop his opening round match here in the 2011 state tournament.